Yo, make sure you ain't playing no music, bro, cause you know we can't play music on the Book of the Face. Mr. Claxton, what's going on, pal? Forgive me if I don't get you guys right away, cause I can't really see and paint at the same time. Little rust puddles. We're gonna put happy rust puddles. Juan, what's going on, pal? See if I can get you guys a better look. See. I'm doing really good. Carl, what's up, brother? Actually, let me do a different mount area. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that, bud. There we go. Give you guys front line and center, even though I can't really see, but it's all good. As long as you guys can see. Sitting at work is always fun. I'm sitting at work too. Oh, Luke is waiting for connection, ready to pair. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're saying. Damn rusty military trucks. Nun, boa noite. Como é que vai a coisa? Right here we're painting some dark happy rust. It's dark, like my soul. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing, guys. We're out here painting happy things, happy rust. What's the matter with you? So what are you guys all up to on this fine Thursday? Let's get some rust on that step. A little more rust right here. All sporadic and stuff. What? Love it. There's so many steps to rusting. It starts to not be fun sometimes. I still think it's fun. Get some rust streaks going. Boom. Luke, you're working on famous people's houses? Aren't you supposed to be like at Axial Fest? Let the rust run down here. Boom, there it is. Fat finger in the way. Let it drip down to right here on the edge. That's where that pool of rust came from. See, sometimes it just does it on its own. Casey, what's up, brother? Mr. Davidson, you know, doing little man stuff, big man. Just kind of rusting this out a little bit, you know. Rust is not a crime, and it is a beautiful thing once you've mastered it. Although I'm no master of the rust technique, but I'd like to think I'm pretty decent. Jeff, what's up, my man? So mine are this brand called Nick Pro, and I pretty much have every single size from like super sharp to super wide to fanned out. They make really good brushes, and honestly, they're like right out of Amazon, I believe. I believe I get them right from Amazon. I think this needs some rust right here, guys, don't you? Happy rust. Happy dark rust. Oh, Rust is so happy to be here. Hi, Rust. Let's get some down there. You know what? It'll pool right here. Bam! Thank you, Jeff. Much appreciated, pal. Hope all is well. How's your father? So true, Steve. I love painting your stuff because you always ask for super crazy complicated cool stuff. And I love super crazy complicated. I promise. Totally lying. Austin, thank you, sir. DJ, what's up, brother? Get that rust. Filet mignoning its way down. Totally just made that up. Gotta be delicate. Or not. I think that's pretty well rusted for the steps, you know. You're gonna have to talk to Gio about that, see the way that works. I don't think he wants to give up that truck. Yeah, DJ, we definitely need to chat, bro. Let me know if it's cool. I'll hit you up, or actually, yeah, or give me a call after this live feed. Let's get some of this liquid rust I made in here, just to make it a little more interesting. Steve, I already did the boot print thing on my tanks. Or on my tank, I should say. Hey, Gio, are you watching? Is there enough rust? Would you like some more?
The whole truck is waiting. And that's right. Now they want a boot print. You better figure it out.
You better figure out that boot print, bro.
You got your toy soldiers on you.
Damn. You know, but on that step. Come on, Steve, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me with all these requests. Hold on, let me open the door. I'll check the PM out once I'm done with this. Thank you, Carl. I weathered inside there real nice, though. On that pleather. Let's see if it focuses. Focus. Look at that driver, boy. Alright, let's get... Alright, let's see if we can't get a boot in there. Just for you, Steve. Just for you. Like a muddy boot. So let's see, if I were this guy, I would probably do right foot first, then left foot in. Well, I'm not a regular guy, but I'm going to do it that way anyways. Sorry, DJ. These trucks aren't allowed rubber floor mats because if they did, they would be used for the mud flaps. That first boot there. And let's get boot number 2 up here. Steve, yes, my classes include food, drink, all of the amenities. All of the amenities. Well, it would make sense for us to get some mud in there, huh? It's not a bad idea, Austin. But for now, we'll just put some mud on the ground here inside. There we go. Sorry for the lighting. It's a little dark in there, but you know, when you're weathering, you kind of got to treat it like you got to visualize yourself in there and think about where you would put your feet. You know, what would you be stepping on? Where would you be putting your feet, or maybe putting your boots, or you know. Yes, Steve Martin, my couch is totally fat man friendly. Shout out to Lovesack. There we go. We got some muddy insides.
But not our chairs.
The chairs are not muddy.
No, the chairs are not beautiful.
Oh, the chairs aren't fat man proof? Got it. Short delay, guys. Just cleaning off my brush. Cleaning off my brush. So water would have ran down this door panel from the window being open, or just really crappy seals.
Grime and grease on the handles.
Yep, grime and grease and oils. Grime and grease on the oil. So we're gonna do a little wash, little rust wash. Boot marks on the dash? No, Chris. So sorry. No boot marks on the dash, and I will tell you why. Because if I was the one driving it and somebody put their boots on it, we'd be fighting. They ain't putting no boots on my dash. Plus, I think the only time they'd ever probably even take the boots off on a military truck is like if they're coming home and they know they're not going to be at war. Which during this time probably would have been never. Yep, keep your feet off of my dash. Steve, this is the Ural truck or the UC6 as it is popularly advertised under Cross's site. The UC6. Awesome rig. Very cool. I did some weathering on the engine bay itself too. It's a really, really cool truck to build. You had a good time building it. The body was fun for me to put together. Just overall very fun rig. I love the military rigs, period. And if you guys are into military rigs, we got a surprise for you. Just ain't gonna tell nobody yet. Getting the rest of my paints out. Let's see. Let's get some oil stains on those handles, because you know these guys would be working on these trucks and putting their dirty paws on this stuff. You know, because nobody cleans their hands. when you're out at war. Some greasy ones up here where their nasty little sweaty elbows would be. Got a nice little dumpster. Worn to raw polish. You know what? You're right, Mr. Kilburn. You are definitely right. That's what it should be. So we are about to do that right now. Let me just get some more of this darker kind of weathering in there. We should call this Weathering with the Watchers, so that when people give good suggestions like Jeremy did, we use it. Boom! Now if I could only find where the gunmetal went. Yep, you're right, Jeremy, because we would be opening and closing these metal doors, and from touching it all the time, definitely would be worn down to metal. Technical difficulty, folks. I'm looking for a paint I can't find. Story of my life. Anywho, let's put a little wash of rust on that floor area, because that would totally be starting to happen. It would be pooling up. Yep. That right there is definitely looking the part. I fucking throw this shit out. Lead Belcher. Let's see if we can get this back up here. Cool. Yep, definitely a good idea, Jeremy, with that one. Let's get it a little more on the raw side. There it is. That's what we wanted. And wore it right down to the metal. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. This handle would have definitely been worn. Wear down the bare metal up here too, because you know, soldiers' arms would have rubbed off over here. They would have wiped this down, which means that a lot of the outer surfaces, or the ones that pop up, would have been worn down too from all the excessive brushing or wiping. Maybe even some surface wiping. Let's get a dry brush for that. You can actually hear me scratching into the paint with the little mix I did here of aluminum and gunmetal paint colors. And it's cool because that's what would have happened back then when you would be wiping these things down. Boom. Looks pretty good to me. Let's close that door. It's a little tricky with this thing, because it's like a friction fit. Let me use both hands. There it is. I don't think that thing's opening up by mistake. Yep, I had already done that raw handle idea, Jeremy, on the exterior here, but I think I'm going to do a little bit more of the surface rust kind of weathering, I guess you can call it. Get that wash going. Because, you know, the rust on these things is inevitable. So the trick to really getting the rust going too is using the right brush first and foremost, but also the right approach as far as up and down, you know, side to side, vertical or horizontal, you know. And then if you got rust that starts up here and it comes down, does it pool into these areas here, you know? And then at what point does it start to eat away at the paint itself? And you slowly, subtly start to see, you know, where the rust is forming, where it's coming from, what it's doing. You know, if I do want it to pool there, then I kind of got to go in there with a different brush, and I got to kind of just dab it in place. You know, maybe you want to let it drop down right here. Do kind of like light and pick it up towards the end. You know? Rust doesn't necessarily have a specific way to grow or to act. So it can pool wherever you want. You can, you know, if you want to do something along the lines of having it look like the rust is already eating away at the paint. Maybe there was a bullet, you know, a gunshot or something, and you want to kind of make it look like it's chewing away at the metal now and it's really oxidizing and doing that stuff. Well, then you do something like this. There we go. So let's say this little tiny hair that got caught here, we'll turn that little hair, which I left there on purpose to show you guys, you turn it into like a little rust chip. You know, like it chipped away at the paint right there. You know, you get in there with a little bit of the darks. And keep in mind that the darker you go, the fresher the rust is, because it's still going through its whole little oxidizing portion and whatnot. Then you kind of, I like to outline the bottoms, you know, where gravity would go down on, because obviously, you know, that's where things would pool up. So you kind of just go towards the bottom with a rusted color, maybe an orange or a reddish orange. You know, you try to be really thin with it. You know, don't go globbing it on there like crazy. And then maybe you want to drop it down. You kind of do that. Then you go in there with your wash, which is a slightly different hue, and also very, very liquidy, to kind of go in there and give it that running down effect with a little drip at the end. You can go in there and kind of lighten things up with it, you know, and it just gives it, now it looks like, you know, a piece of paint was just cut off and you got the rust coming through. You know, that's one way to do it. Let's add some wash rust on the truck itself, and the fenders. Obviously, as it's driving, it's going to kind of just bounce off of here and just kind of flow with the fender. Also got a pretty cool little garbage container that I started weathering too a little while ago. I started messing around with that again. That was pretty cool. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek on that one. Move these out the way. There you go. Nowhere near done yet, just the first stage of rust on it. But she's getting there. I'll weather that soon once I'm done with this truck. You know, we definitely want to get some rust going on the back. See, just one quick wash, the world difference that it makes. Weathering is definitely fun. What are you umming about, Steve? Don't be umming around here, boy. Which dumpster? This dumpster? You don't say. You don't say. Don't tell me it ain't so. You want a dumpster, eh? Hey, Gio. I wonder how many spooky, scary skeletons you can fit inside this dumpster. $600 if you burn them. What goes in a dumpster? I don't know. Trash, bodies. Your guess is as good as mine, pal. Is there a Jeep in there? No, they don't make Jeeps this small. Well, I guess maybe I can. But no, sir. To answer your question, no, there is not a Jeep in here. Thank you, Don. Just be very liberal, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Rust is not a crime. Remember that, people. James, what's up, pal? How are you, my friend? Is that a rust kit? No, Don, it's just colors that I've acquired over the years that help me with, you know, rusting and getting the paints that I want to get done. You can totally buy rust kits if you want. And they work, don't get me wrong. I just prefer to kind of do, you know, color matching by eye because, you know, rusts are really tones of just orange and browns and blacks and... Oops, sorry for the earthquake, people. But you know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we could always just open up the dumpster and find out what's in it. I mean, if you guys really want to see what's in it, you just say the word. You know, just give me some thumbs up, some hearts, you know, something that lets me know you guys want to see what's in the dumpster. And we can definitely accommodate that. What's in the dumpster? It's Dumpster Don! Hey, Dumpster Don. We gotta finish painting you, don't we? Yeah. Go back to sleep. They say building RCs is fun. I say weathering them is funner. Funner, yep, I totally use that word. Steve Martin, this is a PG channel, bro, and you're talking about double D's. Come on. Gio's working today. Can't say these things. Oh, Dave just tuned in. What's going on, Dave? Dave Amalie. You know Dave's working. Dave Amalie always works. Works my patients. Works other people's patients. Well, why don't you look at that? It's just a whole bunch of good old rust. Happy rust. Happy tetanus shot. So what if it looks like the Wolverine had a fight with my dumpster? That was totally intentional. Not. Nah, bloodstain. You know where we live, bro? They would DNA test it. That's so true. They wouldn't find anything. Because like OJ, I totally didn't do it. I should get a second live camera feed that shows me in my red wig. That's what I would do. There it is. Watch your mouth, John. Let's get some more paint out. I know right now it might look really loud, the orange on there for the rust and stuff, but it'll all get toned down when I wash over it with all the other dirty colors. No, sir, Donnie. This is definitely not shiny anymore. I broke it. This is what happens when, you know, a print messes up. Because, yes, I messed those up too. And you don't want to throw it away. So you just make the whole thing look like garbage. Kids say the darndest things, don't they? Bam! Hawaiian, what's up, brother? Thank you, sir. Alright, who's ready to get some drip going in there? Awkward! A little more rust right there. Alright, I dig it. Should totally let the rust pool up right under there. That's a good spot. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like, Donnie. Somebody probably did come here and run their tiny truck through it. Well, you know, there's going to be all kinds of dumpster juice and... yeah. Let's get our fan brush out here. Help us fan it out. Here you go. Yep, dead body for a scale crime scene, or trash bags or body parts. You know, Halloween is coming along. I like the horror stuff, so who knows? I'm gonna go kind of crazy with it. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. I kind of get in the zone when I'm painting, so I don't do much talking.
Yeah, well, I continue to go.
But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to get back to this and get babysitting on these printers that need to be changed up. And I'll catch you guys on my next live feed with some painting going on. Talk at you guys later. Peace.